Welcome to another episode of Camo's Mirror, the podcast where we look in the mirror at ourselves and our community. I'm your host, Camo. The title of today's episode is Creating the Better Version of Me. We'll be diving deep into the journey of self-improvement with a very special guest. He's a passionate advocate for personal development, and he's no stranger to Camo's Mirror. Welcome to the show, Solomon. Before we dive into our discussion, a quick but important note. The names and characters presented in this episode, and in all future episodes of Camo's Mirror, are entirely fictitious. Any resemblance to real persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental and unintentional. These stories are crafted to inspire and provoke thought, not to reflect specific individuals known to me or to our listeners. Let's jump right in. Solomon. Many people struggle with understanding their role in personal development. What would you say is the individual's primary responsibility in this journey?
Thank you, Camo. It's a pleasure to be here to discuss such an important topic. Great question, Camo. The cornerstone of personal development is self-awareness. Each individual must start by honestly assessing themselves, recognizing their strengths and acknowledging areas for improvement. It's their responsibility to set clear, achievable goals and to persistently work towards them.
Persistence is key indeed. Now, how should someone hold themselves accountable on this journey?
Accountability is about setting up a system that works for you. It could be as simple as keeping a journal or as structured as setting weekly goals and reviewing them. What's important is to have regular check-ins with oneself. This helps to track progress and adjust actions accordingly.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, what about the role of family and the community? How much input or influence should they have in someone's personal development?
Family and community play a supportive role. It's beneficial to have a network that encourages and motivates you. However, it's crucial to differentiate between support and influence. The journey is personal, and the individual's goals and aspirations should remain at the forefront.
Absolutely. So it's more about support, not control. Now, Solomon, can you share some strategies for individuals to effectively engage their family and community in their journey?
Of course, communication is key. Share your goals with your family and friends. Let them know how they can best support you. It could be through positive reinforcement, helping you stay on track, or even joining you in some of your self-improvement activities. It's also about setting boundaries and being clear about what kind of input is helpful and what isn't.
Boundaries are essential indeed. Solomon, in your experience, what are some common challenges people face on this journey, and how can they overcome them?
A common challenge is the loss of motivation. To overcome this, it's important to remember why you started. Keeping your goals visible, celebrating small victories, and maintaining a positive mindset can all help. Another challenge is the fear of failure. It's important to understand that failure is a part of growth. Learning from setbacks rather than being discouraged by them is key.
That's very insightful. Now, for our listeners who are just starting out on their self-improvement journey, what are the first steps you would recommend?
Begin with self-reflection. Understand your values, your passions, and your goals. Then, start small. Choose one area to improve upon and set realistic, measurable goals. And most importantly, be patient with yourself. Personal development is a journey, not a race.
Patience is indeed a virtue. Solomon, it's been an enlightening conversation. Any final thoughts you'd like to leave our listeners with?
Remember, the journey to becoming a better version of yourself is unique to you. Embrace your journey. Be kind to yourself and stay committed to your growth.
Beautifully said. Thank you, Solomon, for joining us today and sharing your wisdom.
Thank you for having me, Camo. It's been a pleasure.
And thank you, listeners, for tuning in to Creating the Better Version of Me. We hope this episode has inspired you on your journey of self-improvement. Until next time, keep striving to be the best version of yourself.